Hey, everybody. Hello. Welcome to K-Wave's Facebook Live. We are here right now in the K-Wave studios, and look who is here with me. It's Wildwood Music, the worship team from, hold on, take two. Can we start over? No? Oh, boy. Okay. This is the worship team from Calvary Chapel Wildwood, or is it No, it's Wildwood Calvary Chapel in Yucaipa. I say that on the radio all the time, and I forget. But here they are. You hear their music here on K-Wave, and now they are here in the K-Wave studios. This is the first time that I can think of that we've ever done this, where we bring a band into the studio, and hopefully it'll go well. If you guys like it, we'll do it again with other bands and other singers and teachers and everybody. So you guys, welcome to K-Wave.
Thank you so much.
Have you guys been here before?
A couple of us have.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So introduce yourselves to the cameras there and let everybody know who you are.
Sweet. I'm Andrew, and
what do you do?
That's my name. So I am one of the administrative pastors at Wildwood. I have the privilege of overseeing our worship ministry as well as the young adults ministry.
Cool.
So I'm married to my lovely wife, Laura. We have 5 children.
Wow.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps us excited and busy.
Yes,
And,
yes.
Yeah,
You ever
it's great.
sleep?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm not sure. There's no way to be sure. But
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and next to Andrew?
I'm Angel. I serve in our worship community. So,
Very cool. And Emily?
I'm Emily.
Okay.
I am on staff at our church at Wildwood as our missions coordinator. I serve in our worship community as well, kind of his assistant. So, yeah.
And who's his?
And I'm Jason, and I'm an administrative pastor at the church as well, and serve on our worship team, and married to my lovely bride of 15 years, Aubrey, and we've got 3 kids, so not as
Nice.
many as Andrew, but still.
Are you planning on catching up, or?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I had plans,
okay.
but my wife didn't, and
Okay.
if we changed that, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yes,
with
yes,
her.
yes,
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, welcome once again to K-Wave. We enjoy your music. We've enjoyed having you here at Calvary Chapel, Costa Mesa on Sunday mornings, and also at the Lift Outreach on Monday nights, but it is so good to have you here. The reason you're here, one of the reasons you're here, is because you are going to be part of the Calvary Chapel Downey Occupy Leadership Conference, which is happening February 8th and 9th. Is that the right date? Can somebody correct me on that? It is the right date. Cool. This is a pastor. Look, in fact, I have a photo here. I don't know if you can zoom in on this. It's fine if you can't. But pastors Jeff Johnson, Greg Laurie, James Cadiz, Don Stewart, just 4 of the several speakers that are going to be there. It's a 2-day thing, February 8th and 9th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. You can get all the details on the KWAVE.com events page. Wildwood will be sharing in worship. So will the Gutierrez brothers and the Harvest Band. So check that out. You can get all the details. If you are in leadership, or you've ever wanted to be in leadership, this is the conference you need to attend. This is open to men and women, even young people. Maybe you're in high school or college and you feel called to the ministry, then you definitely need to go to this leadership conference happening at Calvary Chapel Downey, February 8th and 9th, a Friday and Saturday at, Calvary Chapel Downey. Like I said, the KWAVE.com events page has all the details. All right, so let's talk about Wildwood. You guys, how long have you been together? How long have you known each other? Sorry, too many questions all at
That's
once.
good. So I've been at Wildwood for 12 years, and I met Jay the first time that I went to Wildwood, and maybe Emily too. So we've known each other that long, and then Angel crept in at some point and made our lives better. So it's actually kind of a cool story because Jason, when we started going to Wildwood, I was a senior in high school, as well as my wife at the time. And so we started attending the high school youth group, and Jason was a youth intern at that point. And so we've kind of walked through ministry for the past few years, and many of us were kind of risen up out of the youth worship band that he was overseeing throughout the years. And so now we get the opportunity to lead the whole congregation into worship and to write and record songs and stuff, and it really started with us serving with Jason in the youth ministry, and so it's a really sweet thing.
Yeah. And it's so good because we were mentioning the Occupy Leadership Conference and how it's open to men and women and youth.
Yeah.
So you can get started at a young age, and there's nothing like serving the Lord from the time. There's so many regrets. Some people that, years later, they're adults or whatever, and they start thinking, man, I just wasted my life. I could have been serving the Lord this whole time. And you can come on out to this conference February 8th and 9th at Calvary Downey. All the details at the KWAVE.com events page. Yeah. So how many, I don't want to say records, but CDs are becoming obsolete too. How many recordings, how many projects have you guys worked on now?
So our first project we recorded here at the Calvary Creative Studio.
Yes.
And that was really cool. Brian Eichelberger from Citizens produced that album. And so we did 6 songs there. And that was kind of the first studio project that we had done. And then last year we recorded a live worship album at home. We love doing the project here, but we kind of felt like something's missing a bit. You know, we're missing the live feel of being at home at Wildwood with the family there. And so we did it was at my house. We had the entire church come out. And, we have
tried
so
that
many
one
kids.
time.
We did actually.
Come out that good, remember?
Yeah, it was pretty rough, but it was fun. So then we recorded a live worship album called Planted in Praise, and then we released that through Calvary Creative as well. So
very nice. So what's the future of Wildwood? What do you guys think?
Well, as far as music, we definitely have plans to keep writing and recording music. We've been writing, some more songs lately, and really the heart of it is just to be praying through the needs of the body of Christ, and try to seek the Lord for direction in the songs that we're writing, even the songs that we're leading on the weekends. What are the needs of the church right now? And we're just asking for inspiration, insight from heaven for the people that are before us. And as God expands that beyond Wildwood, it kind of just blows our minds, that we get the opportunity to do stuff like this. So.
Yeah. In case you've just joined us, you're watching us on Facebook Live and listening to us on KWAVE 107.9. This is Wildwood music from Wildwood Calvary Chapel in Yucaipa, California. You hear their music here on KWAVE. You might maybe seen them in concert at your church or leading worship somewhere, but they are here in the KWAVE studios. First time we've ever done this kind of thing on Facebook Live like this in the studio. So this is really cool, and we hope that it's not going to be the last. But here they are. We're going to try to get them to do a song. You guys brought your guitars. You might as well, right? So tell us about the song you're going to do.
So this first song that we're going to do is called Called to Joy.
Okay.
And I think the song is pretty self-explanatory as we sing it, but a little bit of background. Actually, I wrote this when I was ministering with Emily and our worship team in the high school group, and just saw that the kids had a real need to tap into the joy of the Lord. And so the song is really more of a proclamation of I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord because I've been called into the joy of my salvation. So that's it.
Awesome. So here it is, Called to Joy by Wildwood Music on KWAVE 107.9.
Out of the darkness, you call me into the light. You're calling me to heaven. You call me out of depression. You call me to greater joy. You're calling me to freedom. I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord, for I am called to joy. But nothing can separate me from the Father's love, my everlasting joy. And I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord, for I am called to joy. But nothing can separate me from the Father's love, my everlasting joy. You are my joy. More than just a melody, you become my song. You're calling me to heaven. And when I'm weak, Lord, you are strong. You're calling me to freedom, yeah. And I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord, for I am called to joy. But nothing separate me from the Father's love, my everlasting joy. And I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord, for I am called to joy. And nothing can separate me from the Father's love, my everlasting joy. You are my joy. And we sing praise to our Father, and for His love is powerful. And we respond to His goodness, and His love overflows. We sing praise to our Father, and for His love is powerful. And we respond to His goodness, and for His love is powerful, and His love overflows, and His love overflows, and His love it overflows, and His love overflows. And I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord, for I am called to joy. But nothing can separate me from the Father's love, my everlasting joy. And I will celebrate and sing unto the Lord, for I am called to joy. But nothing can separate me from the Father's love, my everlasting joy.
That's it.
Want to wait until that last note was done? Beautiful Wildwood Calvary Chapel. I'm sorry, Calvary. No, I am so confused right now. I am so excited.
Wildwood Calvary Chapel.
I know that.
got
I
it.
know that. It's just
Right,
I'm like in the moment right now. Wildwood Calvary Chapel from Yucaipa, California, live at the KWAVE 107.9 studios here in Orange County, California. I'm starting to cry. See, my voice is breaking up. No, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Anyway, so we're doing this here on Facebook Live, and this is the first time we've ever done something like this here in the KWAVE studios. We are so excited to have Wildwood here, and that song there, Called to Joy. I got that right, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. And here in the studio, so cool. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Wildwood is going to be at the Calvary Chapel Downey Leadership Conference. It's happening Friday and Saturday, February 8th and 9th. They'll be leading worship along with the Gutierrez brothers and the Harvest Worship Band. Teaching that day or those 2 days will be Pastors Jeff Johnson, Greg Laurie, James Cadiz, Don Stewart, so many others. You can get your tickets and sign up, get more details, etc. at the KWAVE.com events page. Wildwood music here. If anybody lives in the high desert, where is Yucaipa? It's by the mountains, right? Is it on the mountain, below the mountain? Where? Tell me.
It's man, I always say it's like
How
in
do you get there
between
from here?
San Bernardino and Palm Springs.
That's a good way
Okay.
to put it.
So-
Redlands.
yeah,
It's really
Redlands.
close
It's
to
right next to
If you know
Redlands.
where that's at.
So if you're in that area and you're looking for a church home, you got to come on out and what? So visit their church. What's your website?
Yeah, it's wildwoodcalvary.com.
Wildwoodcalvary.com. So if I can remember the website, maybe I can remember the name of the church. It's Wildwood, the W first, wildwoodcalvary.com.
Yes.
Not .org.
None of that.
Yes, but right now you're on Facebook.com/KWAVE. Well, that's not exactly it, but you guys want to do another song? Are you prepared to do
Yeah,
another
but
song?
first,
I don't know. Did you? Okay,
it's
go ahead.
kind of a privilege to be here
Yes.
face to face with you. You know, we hear your voice all the time.
I'm so sorry.
And now we get to see the beauty behind the voice, you know?
Oh, man.
And I'm so glad for the Facebook watchers
Yes.
that they get to see how brilliant your hair is.
I have a face for radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so this song is called Jesus Our Champion. And that came from a conversation that I was having with my friend Brian Manley. We were sitting at a cross that's on our property, and we were praying through some things, and we were going to try potentially to write a song. And he sat down, and the first thing he was saying about his life was, I just can see that God is doing something bigger than I can see right now. And I was like, all right, those will be the first lyrics of the verse, And so we kind of sat down and just built from there. And, like we were talking about before, it's really on our heart to not just write songs for the sake of writing something that is singable, that like will be picked up or be on the radio even. It's really just what's the needs of the church right now, right in front of us. And what I was sensing at that time was just a hopelessness that was making its way into the body. People just seemed down, and we needed something that would lift their head, so to speak. Like, let's sing about how Christ is our champion, how he's victorious, and in that prayerfully stir up faith in the body of Christ. And so we wrote this song. A few of us, wrote parts of it and stuff, and then Angel led it one day, and I was like, oh man, his voice is so much better than mine will ever be. So now he sings it, and he sang it on our live album, and it's beautiful. So
now I'm glad you mentioned all that, because there's a lot of people listening to this who might be going through a time right now, be it depression or whatever, and they might even think, well, wait, Christians aren't supposed to go through this. Is there something wrong with me? Absolutely. Why am I feeling like this? I thought that was my BC days. Why is this affecting me now?
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and we pray that this is an encouragement. Actually, that's why it kind of piggybacks off of the last song, being called to joy. I even love the line that Jay wrote, you've called me out of depression. And it's really something that has become an anthem to our church. He wrote it for the youth, but then we brought it into the main services because it seemed really timely. We are pastors, so we get the opportunity to pray for people often, and we're just listening to stories. And even in our own lives, when depression and these thoughts creep in, it's something that we sing over ourselves. We sing as an anthem. We remember that Christ has given us a reason to sing. So
yeah, I agree with you. Depression is, I heard it, I think I just read recently that it's actually usually a symptom of something deeper that's going on in your life. And we know that Christ is the overarching answer to everything. Yeah. And so it's just kind of that driving back to, okay, I need to get back to square one, my relationship with Jesus, and press into him. And he's our champion.
Yeah.
Yep. Amen. He's won the battle.
All right, so here they are, Wildwood Calvary Chapel from Yucaipa, here in the KWAVE studios with another song for us. Go ahead, guys.
You are doing something bigger than we can see. In our weakness, you are standing in victory. There's a dark realm waging war against the light. When their eyes are growing dim, you're standing by our side. Hallelujah, Jesus. We join the triumph of your holy name. We stand with you in victory and race. A shout of celebration for you won. Oh, Jesus, our champion. Our champion. We will rise above with your authority. Death was silenced as our hope began to breathe. With an empty grave, you've conquered our every doubt. Sitting on your throne, you reign in us with power. Hallelujah, Jesus. Join the triumph of your holy name. And we We stand with you in victory and race. A shout of celebration for you won. Oh Jesus, our champion. Our champion. Oh, yeah. You fought and you won. Jesus, our champion. 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 Hallelujah, Jesus. We join the triumph of your holy name. And we stand with you in victory and raise. A shout of celebration for you won. Oh Jesus, our champion. Oh, our champion.
All right. Wildwood Calvary Chapel from Yucaipa here in the KWAVE 107.9 studios today. Man, that was great. That was their song called Jesus Our Champion. And do you guys mind if we use that on the radio? Add it to our rotation?
Have
That'd
it,
be cool.
please.
Okay, it's ours. Exclusively.
It's ours. Yeah,
Haha.
exclusively.
I like that.
You heard it
so,
here first.
That's right. This is their latest CD. I don't know if you can see it with the glaring lights there, but it's called Planted in Praise. It's a live worship CD, as they said, recorded at their church, Wildwood Calvary Chapel in Yucaipa, here in Southern California, near Redlands, over there somewhere off the 210?
Yeah,
the 10?
the 10, yeah.
The 10.
It's right
okay, so
there.
just drive on the 10 and you'll get there eventually. But so check that out. Website?
Actually, yeah, I think there's a website.
You think
I
there's a website? Well, according to
I
this,
think
no,
that
that's
it's
got another website.
wildwoodmusic.us.
Okay.
I think that's what, if you do wildwoodmusic.com, it's a music store somewhere. That's
Okay.
not us. We have
Got it.
nothing to do with
It's
it.
in Oregon.
Well, okay, it's
Yeah,
in
we
Oregon.
need to visit there sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe play there.
We'll go play there one day.
So if you go to wildwoodmusic.com, it's not us.
Yeah.
So you need to go to wildwoodmusic.us.
There you go.
Hey.
See, Brian's so much smarter
You can
than
steal
me.
that. Not that you would. But
Yeah, that's
anyway,
good.
so thanks so much for watching. Any closing remarks that you guys want to make?
We're just happy to be here, man. Thank you
We're
so much
happy
for
to
the
have you here. This is
opportunity.
so cool. I remember when the guys told us that you guys were going to do this, and I was just like, wow, this is way cool. So we're glad you watched. Again, Wildwood, Calvary Chapel in Yucaipa. That's who was with us today, the worship team. And they are going to be at Calvary Chapel of Downey for the Leadership Conference that's happening Friday and Saturday, February 8th and 9th. Are you guys going to be there both days?
On the 8th.
On
Yeah,
the 8th, so the Friday.
Yep.
And it's an all-day thing.
Yep.
Right, on the 8th and the 9th. So check it out, KWAVE.com, click events, and you can get all the details, purchase your tickets. An amazing lineup of speakers, including Jeff Johnson, Greg Laurie, Don Stewart, James Cadiz, some of the guys you hear here on KWAVE. So check that out, KWAVE.com on the events page. And it's a leadership conference. Now, you're saying maybe, well, I'm not in leadership. Why should I go? Well, as Christians, we're all called to be leaders in some respect, right? Just because we're not pastors or worship leaders or teachers or whatever. Sometimes just as parents, we're leaders. They're in our home. But in just a few seconds, what would you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. You know, the Great Commission as Jesus was ascending was really a commission for all,
Yeah.
to go out to make disciples. And
Yeah.
so it never hurts learning from amazing leaders.
Yeah.
So
I think being with like-minded believers who have the same desire for leadership too, there's just something powerful about worshiping in a
Yeah.
room with those people, and
Absolutely.
then receiving the same message that God's giving by revelation through that speaker and
Yeah.
His word that day. So it's gonna be a powerful time. I'm looking forward to it just to attend.
Yeah.
And then we have the privilege of leading worship there.
Yeah.
So.
Again, so if you are a leader or want to be a leader, whether you're a man or a woman or a youth, maybe you're in college, maybe this is your senior year of high school and you're wondering, what am I going to do? I feel the Lord calling me to ministry and I just don't know where to go, what to do. So come on out. This might be what you need to get you going. KWAVE.com events page is where you need to go to sign up to get more details, etc. February 8th and 9th. So again, Wildwood, the worship team from Wildwood Calvary Chapel in Yucaipa here with us today in the KWAVE 107.9 studios. Guys, this has been a blast. Let's do it again sometime.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
thank you so much for your music and your ministry.
Thank you
you,
so
Brian.
much.
All right. This is KWAVE 107.9, your home for worship and the world.